Hello, I'm TheNerdySteve and welcome to my movie review channel. If you like what you see, I'd appreciate you liking, commenting, or subscribing. Today we'll be reviewing Potsy Ponciroli's Motor City in one take. So, let's go. John Miller is having a pretty good life. He's happy and has a girlfriend who he is in love with. That is, until he gets imprisoned for a crime he did not commit. Now he's lost everything, and he will do anything to put those who wronged him in their place. I knew nothing about this movie besides it was just some revenge action thriller. That's it. Which is interesting because there's one important aspect of this film that I had zero anticipation of. It has basically no dialogue, which I'm happy to not have known, but it's something that might really impact your enjoyment of this film. Look, anyone who knows me should know that I love bold choices. I applaud directors for making decisions that are unique and interesting. A film without conversations is about as strong a choice you can make. But I'm not sure it worked here. First, there is some dialogue, maybe only 6 lines, but it still exists, which was weird for me. It's kind of like, why not go all the way instead of just 99% of the way? For me, it's kind of saying that you're not confident in this storytelling device if you're not completely committed. I feel like the movie would have benefited from maybe only one line of dialogue at its climax, or sprinkling in some additional dialogue to help with my next point, because characterization was something that was much needed in this story. The characters felt mostly shallow. You kind of understand what's going on and what they want, but who they are is questionable. 1 or 2 lines of carefully crafted dialogue every couple of scenes could have really elevated the complexity of these characters. And because you've already broken your no dialogue rule, I don't see the problem with breaking it a couple more times. I think that's my problem here. Go big or go home. But I also have other struggles with the film. It wasn't cool enough to look at. Visually, you want to be as engaging as you possibly can because that's all you got, and I was very unimpressed. The colors were mostly dark and gray. The cinematography was sensible, but not imaginative. There was nothing to make up for the lack of words. Okay, I say nothing, but that's hyperbole. There were moments or a couple of scenes of cinematic mastery, but those were so far and few between the mundane and ordinary that filled the rest of the movie. But of course, was the action good? That is important in a film like this. And I'd say it was fine, serviceable, but nothing extraordinary. There's one elevator scene that is an exception in this film. It was brutal and raw and graphic and intense. It alone is almost worth watching the movie for, but it's literally so much better than anything else surrounding it. Most of the movie is exactly what I said before. Serviceable. And that's fine if you're looking for a new mindless action movie to watch, but it doesn't make it stand out. Overall, I thought Motor City was decent. I think it loses more than it gains from its gimmick, and I think it will turn off a lot of people because of it. The story isn't particularly compelling, and the characters definitely aren't. Everything about it is average. It's violent and savage, but it's also something you've seen many times before. I wish it was more interesting, but sadly, it was very paint by numbers when it had so much more potential. I'm TheNerdySteve, and thank you so much for watching, and as always, like and subscribe and comment below to tell me how right or wrong you think I am. Have a wonderful morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are. Bye.